Smoke it, then tax it. Today, Democrat lawmakers rolling out new legislation to regulate and tax marijuana in states where it is legal. Congressman Earl Blumenauer is behind that push. Congressman, welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you.
As I understand it, the proposal, it would basically add a federal tax of roughly $50 per ounce, and you believe that that would bring in a total of $20 billion extra revenue per year. That sounds like it must be an awfully big pot market in America. Is it that big?
Well, estimates vary, but the fact is that it is billions of dollars that we spend to arrest 2/3 of a million people a year for something that half Americans think should be legal, and 2/3 say let the states regulate it.
Okay.
It would stop the cost. It would, like we tax alcohol, it would put money to reduce the deficit, and we'd start having a more rational policy regarding marijuana.
So it wouldn't bring in $20 billion in revenue directly from the pot tax. That's not the case, right? Okay.
We actually don't know.
Okay.
There have been some estimates that suggest that the voters in Colorado and in the state of Washington, by moving to legalize recreational marijuana use, could cost drug cartels over $1 billion. The point is we don't know how much, but we're spending a lot of money on a program that's not working, and we are losing a lot of revenue that could help reduce the deficit.
Legalization could, though, bring the price of pot on the street or in a legal store, could bring it right down, because if you take the criminality out of it and there's no penalty for it, and you've only got a $50 per ounce tax, and I understand that some high-grade marijuana goes for $600, $700, $800 an ounce, you actually bring down the cost, don't you, which would surely encourage usage.
Well, I'm not certain that we have had much success in terms of discouraging it with high costs and criminal penalties when we're told that something like 18 million people used it last month.
Okay.
And over half the American public has tried it. But the economics will sort their way out. The point is, we're spending billions on a failed policy, and we could be collecting billions. I think the net swing would easily be over $100 billion over the next 10 years.
The critics,
savings and reducing the deficit.
Real fast, Congressman, the critics say, A, marijuana is a gateway drug encouraging other kinds of drugs, and this legalization and tax method that you've got here opens the door to the legalization of other drugs. It's another gateway to further legalization. What do you say?
Hogwash. I mean, people are using it now. That's not an issue. It is less dangerous and less destructive than tobacco in terms of its addictive qualities. But the point is, let the states decide. 2 have already done that for recreational use. 19 have done it for medical marijuana. The federal government should get rid of an absolutely unrealistic system that classifies it as being worse than meth or cocaine,
right,
and turn it from a cost to something that will help reduce the deficit.
Congressman Blumenauer, thank you very much for joining us today, sir. Much appreciated. Thank you.
My pleasure.